Welcome in, lovelies, and welcome back to the Quiet Moon Oracle. My name is Bobby, and I welcome you here to my space. Today, we're going to do a gently collective tarot reading for the year 2026 with a one card pull for each zodiac sign and one collective card for the overall energy of the year. These readings are going to be focusing on themes, lessons, and areas of growth rather than specific events. And if you're interested, I also did a forecast with a 4-card spread that I actually think that you should actually look either before you start reading this one or after, as it's a collective energy. And again, we're gonna go ahead and just start shuffling and pulling these cards in. So let's go ahead and just take a deep breath. Let's get grounded and connect with whatever energies is calling in for the new year. Let's see what 2026 bring in for the collective. And again, this is a one card pull for each of the zodiac signs for a forecast for 2026. So as I shuffle here, I hope that everyone's super excited, that we're finally going to be in a new year and hopefully have lots of change that we really need. And I'm super excited and I can't wait for 2026. I myself resonate with the number 26 in so many different ways, and I'm just excited. I can't even explain it to you, or maybe I'll get into it in another video. But we're gonna go ahead and start pulling these cards here. And as always, this is a general message, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Tarot is meant to offer insight and reflection, and everyone's experience will be different depending on their personal chart and circumstances, okay? So again, we're going to be pulling out 12 cards, 13 cards, 12 cards for each of the zodiac sign, and then one for the collective energy for 2026. So we'll just start pulling, and hopefully none will pop out and fly into that candle, and that we have plenty of space here. We got several of them already. Let me just put this down for a second. So we got the first 3. I don't read reversals. Well, actually, that's the overall. Oh, we have another one that just popped up here. I always seem to have a hard time shuffling for whatever reason. I have small hands, so it makes it a little bit difficult for me to grasp all the cards in one. Okay. What themes and lessons or areas of growth are coming in for each of the zodiac signs for 2026? We just need 3 more cards. 3 more cards. Not happening. Perfect. And we are done pulling the cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and hopefully everyone can see those cards right off the bat here. And I will bring them up so you can see them a little better. So we're starting with each of the zodiac signs. But first we're going to go ahead and pull the collective message here. And the collective message is, or theme for 2026, is the 10 of Swords, okay? Now the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Wands. I'm not sure why I said the 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Wands here, it's basically telling us that there's going to be a lot of energy that seems like we've been burdened, that we've been carrying a lot of energy, a lot of challenges, a lot of feelings for the past year, and we are just trying to plow through to it, to try to achieve a goal that we've been trying to complete, whether that is just trying to get through the 2025 and now in 2026. But that's the overall energy here. It's allowing us to, or reminding us that we've been dealing with a lot and we'll continue to have this energy in 2026. But I think what it's the message that we need to take from this is that we need to allow ourselves not to overburden ourselves and to not feel like we need to do all the work ourselves. We need to kind of open that mindset and allow others to assist us, or better yet, hopefully, or maybe find other individuals who are going to assist us with that type of energy. Okay. So again, that is the energy for the collective here. Okay. So that's what the collective energy is. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through each of the signs and we're going to see how this collective energy resonates or adds into each of the zodiac signs. So the first zodiac sign that we have here, we'll obviously start with Aries. And with Aries, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is, of course, it's an individual who's been really hard at work and who's been very productive. Someone who is it's really focused on routine, who is responsible here. So that makes a lot of sense that for the energy of 2026 that that Aries gets this card here, because they have been working with the collective energy for this year, where they have been really working really hard to achieve a goal, and they have just been plowing through with it. And then this is, again, it's reminded with the Knight of Pentacles here. At the beginning of the year, he is just sitting on his horse with an idea, a concept, or even with the idea of having money or something material in it. And he hasn't quite set off on this voyage yet, but he is just standing there and kind of just looking at the horizon for what is to come. And that's kind of the energy that I feel. I feel like there's going to be definitely new possibilities, new opportunities here. And you know this very well, and you are going to set off on this new journey on your own. And you're going to be not, how do I say it? You're going to be meticulous with the decisions that you make in order to go ahead on this new journey. It's not going to be something that you're going to automatically jump into and be irrational about it. You're definitely going to be looking into to every little details before taking on this voyage. Okay. So for the signs of Taurus, we have the Emperor here. So for the Emperor, the overall energy for 2026 is that you are definitely finally stepping up. You're stepping up into your Emperor energy, as you have the Emperor card here. The Emperor card is an Aries sign, but it's a fiery one. And this is a person who has, again, through all these challenges that you're going to be facing through 2026, all these burdens, it's going to make you step up and be the Emperor that you know that you are. You definitely have gained a lot of wisdom and experience through the years, and you will continue to do so in 2026. But you're finally going to be respected for it. You're definitely going to finally be seen as a leader. You're going to be having some type of role, whether that's in the public eye, but it's definitely some type of role of a person who has authority and that someone comes to for guidance and wisdom. Again, we have the Emperor here, who is displayed as a man, an older man who has white hair and white beard, representing his wisdom, but also his armor. He has armor, but his attire on the top gives this balance of masculinity and femininity, but also kind of like the softness that there is, even though that you don't show it. That's what's going to get you to this Emperor status here. Okay. And then we will go ahead and jump into the Gemini. For the Gemini, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is beautiful as well. So it looks so far to me is that 2026 is going to be kind of like a rough, shaky start to the year, as we're still carrying over burdens from 2025. But at the end of the year, what we're doing is that we're almost there at the end. So yes, we've had to depend on ourselves to do a lot of the work, and yes, we have pushed ourselves to our limits, and we are feeling overwhelmed, and we're exhausted and tired. But so far with all the readings is showing that at the end of the road, or I should say towards the end of the year or in the middle of the year, we're gonna start seeing that all this work has really unraveled, and new roles and new journeys are opening up so far for Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. For Gemini, it looks like there is going to be a new abundance coming in with Ace of Pentacles. It's some sort of like almost full completion here, as we have an archway. That's also kind of like something to celebrate about. It's a way that you've probably been manifesting and an idea, and it's finally coming into fruition, and it's going to provide you with an abundance in either like mental clarity, either actual money itself. It could be anything from like a new career. If you've been thinking about like opening a YouTube channel or being a reader yourself, these new opportunities are going to be opening up for you, and you're definitely going to have new ventures, and you're going to have new prosperity. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll start here with our next three signs. And the next one is, it's for Cancer. And for Cancer, we have the Ace of Wands. And again, the Ace of Wands it's an air card here. And the Ace of Wands is all about mental clarity in your thoughts. And this is beautiful because I myself am a Cancer, and I've noted that and mentioned it before in my other readings here. But I know for myself in 2025 has been a little bit difficult year for me. And just my main goal was to really focus on all these circumstances that popped into 2025, and some of them are still lingering for 2026, but I've been really working hard on having mental clarity, and I believe that just seeing this, it's beautiful that I'm finally almost there to achieving mental clarity. And we all know that once we achieve mental clarity, then we are able to not only allow our blocks that we put on ourselves to clear away, but then we're going to start able to start seeing what really has been there for us in the world all this time, but that since we've been having mental blockers, that we haven't been really been seeing these. And this coming year, we're going to be exploring this more, and we're definitely going to finally have a breakthrough. New ideas are going to be starting to come in again. For me, myself, I started this YouTube channel in the month of December of 2025. So this is definitely a new exploration for me, and I'm super excited to continue on reading tarot and learning more about it and sharing that all with you. So again, Cancer, we've been through the darkest time in 2025, but we're finally are going to be seeing the walls come down, and we're going to be able to have that breakthrough and that clarity that we've been wanting for such a long time. It hasn't been easy, and it still won't be easy, but we're gonna have a little bit more clarity to get us through 2026 and see what it's going to offer for us. Okay. The next card, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull the Leo here. So for Leo, we got the Temperance, and the Temperance is a fire sign, and it is associated with the Sagittarius Zodiac sign. And here with the Temperance is for Leo, it's informing us that you need to focus on balance. If we're matching it back to the overall theme here, we're constantly on the go. We're not really pouring back into yourself, and it's time for you to really step back and kind of review this balance. And it's kind of telling me that you may have to go a little bit inward and just balance your how can I say this? It's on the tip of my tongue and it won't come out. Like go within and focus on your own intuition. You know what boundaries you want to put up, but you haven't done so. So you continue just to kind of like rush yourself and plow through things just to get it done so that you can just get home and rest. But that isn't the way that you should be doing things. And you're going to need to really balance all that energy and to really have patience with yourself so that you can go ahead and redevelop harmony that you are lacking, because right now you kind of feel like you just been doing for everyone else and not really doing for yourself, and it seems like you're kind of lacking purpose on your own. But Leo, do not give up on yourself, because you are going to be finding that purpose once again, but you do need to really balance yourself here and kind of figure out what is the most important thing for you. Is it yourself or is it them? And I think you know the answer, that it is you, that you need to really tune into yourself here. Ask your spirit guides what you can do to better yourself. And 2026 is going to be, for you specifically, a year of refining yourself and rebalancing, kind of calibrating yourself all over again. And when you do this, you're going to be balanced, and then you'll be able to not only provide for yourself but also to provide for others. Okay, then our next card here, we are doing Virgo, and Virgo, we have the Five of Swords. And for the Five of Swords for Virgo, it's really telling us that 2026, you're going to continue to kind of have somewhat of conflict with the coming year. It seems to me that you've been taking on so many, again, we're going back to the overall energy, which is just kind of like feeling burdened and having to do things for yourself. Feels like there's been a conflict with others, either with a group of people that you associate with yourself, whether this is friends, whether this is family or your chosen family, or even in career yourself. It looks like there has been some type of like disagreement, and it's going to at the end of the day, you may be the one who's gonna be coming out winning, but in doing that, you're losing more than what you're actually winning. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it looks like, again, there's a conflict. There's been people who've been kind of forcing you or talking about you, being sneaky about something, and at the end of the day, yes, you come out as the winner of this conflict here, but it's kind of like what I'm getting in my mind is like, yeah, to what extent? Like, to what extent did I really win? If I won and I'm excited about winning, but I've hurt everyone at the end, was it really worth it? It's what I'm getting. But I think this isn't the end of it. I think this also is that, yes, you may feel that way in an extent, but you've been in this type of conflict for such a long time now that you're just kind of excited at the moment to get rid of it and not really thinking of the long effect that it's going to take on. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, and we'll go ahead and continue to move. So we have Scorpio, and for Scorpio, I'm sorry, it's Libra. I don't know why I'm getting ahead of myself here. So again, this is not for Scorpio. This is actually for Libra. So Libra, you got the star card here. The star card here is an air sign, and it's associated with the Aquarius card here. And with the star, it's telling you that you're coming to a point in your life where you have done all the work, and now you're finding that particular balance that you had. It's a spiritual balance as well. It's not just a balance about the energy, but it's about rejuvenating and feeling young again, feeling like you have found your purpose, like the message have come from above, from a guardian angel, and they've given you the knowledge that you needed to see. So now you just feel calm and hope after this long struggle, and that you're almost at the end of where you need to be, but you were able to balance that off. So you really aren't feeling that burden that most of us are feeling through the remainder, or I should say the middle of 2026. It's interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and take our next card, and our next card is definitely Scorpio. Okay, and for Scorpio, we're getting the Lovers card here. And again, the Lovers card, it is an air sign, and it's the card for Gemini. And for 2026, it looks like there's a relationship that is forming here for the Scorpio. It seems like you may have been in a previous relationship, or maybe you have not been in a relationship and you've just been really sitting in the turmoil. And with all that burden, someone does come in to help you to reach the finish line. This could be an actual sexual relationship. It can be a platonic relationship, but at the end of the day, there's definitely going to be balance. You're going to be feeling at home, and you're going to be feeling a sense of relief because there's going to be responsibilities accountable for each of you, and that you're going to be able to achieve this. And the good thing about this is that there is going, sorry, I probably should have covered that, but you are going to kind of build a great relationship together that it's really powerful. And 2026, if you have been seeking an intimate relationship, is going to be one that's going to be coming in very hot and fiery. But if this is regarding career, then you are going to be finally getting the assistance that you needed to get where you needed to be or wanted to be in your career, whether that's a new role that you wanted to step into, or if that was a new business or idea that you've been planning to create but haven't been able to do so. Someone will be joining you and assisting you with that. Okay. And then we'll do the Sagittarius here. And for Sagittarius, we got the Page of Swords. For Sagittarius, again, this is super good. This is a new idea that is coming in. It's a new thought. It's a new revelation that is coming into your mind. It's definitely kind of a new journey as well, as this card kind of reminds me of the Fool's card in the Major Arcana. He is standing on a hillside or a cliff or sand. I'm not really sure what the picture is, but at the end of the day, it shows that that you have been clouded for most of 2026, but the sky is starting to finally clear up, and that you're finally allowing these new ideas and visions to come in, and you're going to go ahead and act on that. So whether that is like, again, learning more on this idea that you have, gaining knowledge, and just being able to communicate with others and to specifically figure out what you've been wanting to do. This is going to assist you in the long run because you're going to have mental clarity, and it's definitely going to be releasing some of these burdens that you have been carrying on for so long. Okay, now I know you're probably asking that why I didn't pull the rest of the cards and I pulled an overall card. It's just that I didn't have space to do so I didn't want to just pull random cards. So I'm gonna lay out the three next signs right on top of here so that we can continue the overall energy for the zodiacs that we're missing, which is Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So we just need to pull one card for the three remaining signs, and we're just looking for a card to explore the collective energy for 2026. And again, I am going to, when I post this on the channel, I will try to timestamp these so that if you're just looking specifically for your sign, then you can automatically jump in there. Or if you're a cross watcher and you want to see someone else's sign, you can also do that as well, okay? So we just need one more card here. Oh, there you go. Okay, and then the 3 remaining signs, we have Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And for the energy of Capricorn, we have the 7 of Wands. I want to make sure I say Wands because I have the tendency of saying Swords. And this is a fire card. And it looks like you're going to be facing some challenges, or more kind of like people are going to be challenging your beliefs, your ideas, your behaviors, and it's time for you to finally stand firm on the ground and really stand up for yourself and allow them to not be adding any value to you, because this is energy that I feel it's negative energy that's coming in. It's people who don't really believe in you, and you are already fed up with it, and you're putting these boundaries down. But before you can really implement these boundaries, you kind of have to fight back. So that's the energy that I feel. So you're definitely going to be overprotective over your own thoughts, beliefs, and you are not going to allow other people to continue to control you in the way that they wish they would like to. But at the end of the day, Capricorn, you are very firm in your beliefs, and I know that you are not going to allow this to continue on, especially that you're so focused on creating and implementing and bringing in the resources that you normally are focused on. Okay. And for Aquarius, we have the Ace of Wands here, which is also another fire sign. And this is like, there's a new project that's going to be brought into you. It's a new passion that's going to come immediately. It's something that has come to you in a dream, or that you've heard it in whisper to you. So it's just like, this is definitely coming from an angel, providing you with this message to really take action, and to really hone into this new opportunity that is coming in you. Yes, it looks like towards the year you are going to be kind of burdened because you've been taking on so many new projects on here. But at the end of the day, it's something that you've been wanting to do, and you've been craving it. So it's definitely bringing in inspiration to you. And it's urging you to create. So go ahead and spark that flame and start allowing those dreams to flow through and build. Okay. And then for our last sign here is Pisces. And Pisces, we got Judgment, which is also a fire sign, and it's associated with the planet of Pluto here. And for Judgment, it's exactly what Judgment is, there has been judgment on your behalf. You're kind of shedding this old skin of yours, and you're gonna be illustrating a new rebirth here, and it's gonna be a new version of yourself. It's gonna be like you wake up one day and you're just like, nope, this is who I am, and this is what I'm gonna do. Out with the old, in with the new. But that's because you've done the work. You've done the work that is needed internally and externally as well. And you are just exuberating this energy, and you are no longer allowing the things that burden you once before continue to do that in this new coming year. You're gonna really elevate yourself and leave everyone else exactly where they need to be, at the bottom. Okay. So I hope this message, each of these messages did resonate with you here. But I really wanted just to take a quick look now that I have all the cards laying out. Just kind of want to see like what energies are we constantly seeing here. So we have, let's see really quick. So, if I'm not mistaken, we have 5 cards that are major arcana, and the remaining cards are minor arcana here. So, there's definitely a lot of action that's coming through for the year 2026. And again, I am just super excited because I think this is the most that we have collectively had similar energies for this year. I feel that for 2025 we've been so separated that this year it's finally going to allow us to kind of like reunite in a sense, or at least have similar experiences where we are going to really be able to share our experiences as a collective with everyone versus just individual collective. And I'm super excited. I'm at a loss of words, but I hope these 1 card spreads for each of the zodiac signs for 2026 forecast resonate with you. I tried to keep it in a short format so that you can always come back to it throughout the year of 2026 and kind of re-listen to the messages and see if they resonate with you later on in the year. And as always, I want to thank you for taking the time and for being with me today.